Hi, Kevin Gallagher from Mental Performance Coaching, and I help ambitious service business owners to build their six-figure business and take it to seven figures and beyond in a really profitable and cash-rich way so that they can live life on their terms. Now, occasionally, we have to step away from the growth focus to make sure there's enough resilience and strategies to survive any short-term outside crisis like there is now. I think it's fair to say the present economic climate might be keeping some business owners awake at night. And the purpose of this video, or this series of videos, is to focus on one area that in any economic crisis can be the bane for many business owners, and sadly can be the cause of a lot of businesses failing. And that area is cash flow. And I want to look at some of the things you can do to keep the cash flow nicely topped up in your bank account. Now, it's a really good idea any particular time, but particularly in the time where there's an economic downturn, to take a good look at the clients you're working with right now, because not all clients are created equally. For many businesses, the criteria they set for someone to become a client is checkbook, pulse, can you fog a mirror? You're in. And the lack of focus on what an ideal client looks like can cause some real problems further down the line, particularly when the business environment is tough. But one of the great things about being a business owner is you get to choose the people you work with. And that can be people who you enjoy working with and people who share your values. And it's possible when you look through your clients that you have now that some are not what you would call your ideal client. They don't meet your criteria. One thing you can start doing now is to filter out those particular clients by looking for patterns within the client base, and in particular in your debtors. Are there any consistency of problems with particular groups of people or particular industries? Because often there is. What you'll be able to do is then target your marketing away from those people and towards the people that you do want to deal with. Also, make sure you're undertaking credit checks and referencing to weed out the ones that might be high risk, or people that you still might choose to work with, but you can demand upfront payment from. You've got to remember that as the seller, you get to set the terms. So do you share your terms with clients up front? Are they in agreement with your terms before they commit? Now, very few people actually read the terms and conditions, and very few business owners discuss money in an open way. Remember, the seller sets the terms and the buyer can either agree or they can go shop somewhere else. And providing your marketing is up to scratch and you've got a good reputation in the marketplace, saying no to someone is not going to hurt you. One final point is the client asked you to change your terms. So for instance, let's say, for instance, you've now got 14-day terms and they ask you to give them 30-day terms. What you need to consider is what's in it for you. Because when your money is in their bank account working for them, it's not working for you. And unless you're in the banking business, that's not a good idea. So if you're asked to change your terms, ask, what are you getting in return? Are they going to commit to a longer term of engagement? Are they going to pay more? What is it they're giving to receive those longer terms? Because credit isn't a right. It isn't an entitlement. It's something to be valued and not to be expected. And if you say yes to longer terms, you've got to recognize that you've said yes. So make sure you choose your clients and your terms and do it carefully. So that's tip number one. Tip number two will be with you tomorrow. I hope you found that useful. Go give it a go because you'll thank me later.